want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking the security power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow.
So, bona where they watch me, this na quick message on the Mpox sick na salon where they come out from Liberty Online TV. As of today, the case them na salon just they go up. For make sure so you not get this sick, National Public Health Agency don't say before once we an all time avoid the push shaken and up and not go near person where get the signs them of Mpox. And say, if you sabi anybody will get eye fever or rash and body, make him rush go na hospital one time. This message come to you from Liberty Online TV.
A nation forged in resilience from the ashes of the 11 years brutal civil war through the shadows of Ebola, COVID-19 and the mudslide. Sierra Leone rises, but the journey is far from over. Governance strain. Youth demand more. Women demand more. 60% in poverty. But what if the solutions lie not in silence, but in dialogue? This is not another talk show. This is State of the Nation, where every voice feels change. From Freetown to Kono, we are turning debates into action. No script, no spin, just Sierra Leoneans rewriting their future together. So we bring you a movement not just to speak, but to be heard. Speak out. Hold power to account. This is your nation. This is your voice. This is State of the Nation. Only on Liberty TV on Facebook, YouTube, and on www.libertytvonline.com. Every month, the last Sunday, 7 to 9 p.m. Tune in. The nation is watching.
I think currently I have a thing for Vicky Remo.
Hello viewers, we don't bring different content then to you, and we know the tire for make the content then where you like. And now we dey bring fun and shorts with Adri. This na game show also your favorite celebrity, social media influencers, students, and other people play game they like, truth and shorts, charades, riddles, and other game then where you self go learn from. This content will come to you every Sunday, 9 o'clock na net. Now all the Liberty Online TV social media platforms there.
She chose number one. She's always number one.
Period.
On top.
Period. On top.
Yeah, man.
So not miss out. Join me for laugh with your favorite celebrity and social media influencers there.
You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV Online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staffs them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hey, hey, hey. Voices come. Credibility, now we are building the news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking the security power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give you the news, give you the review the theory you want time. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. Human them, God begin the executive power. Make it call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like an eagle we fly. Liberty TV day before. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, voices down. Hi yeah, give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, God picking the executive power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the view, the tell you one time. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, God picking the executive power. He call on me, count on me anyhow. We speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change, they get the masses involved. Staffs them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, hey, voices come. Credibility, now we ability. News, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, God picking the executive power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. Human them, God begin the executive power. Make it call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like an eagle we fly. Liberty TV day before. We climb the mountain just to get the news. Go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, voices down. Hi yeah, give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, God picking the executive power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the view, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, God begin the executive power. Make it call on me, count on me anyhow. We speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome to the midweek edition of the Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, where they stream on Facebook, YouTube, and also on our website, where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We where they bring this edition of the Breakfast Show come to you this Wednesday morning. Mina Khadija Bangura.
And Mina Mabel Kaba, good morning. Today now Wednesday, the 16th day of July 2025. And inside this edition of the Breakfast Show today, we can talk on issues we get for do with governance. As Liberty TV, they ask the question, say, between the APC and the SLPP, which of them party are you prefer for day in governance? Because when you look at the country from 1991 to 1996, except of them time then the way the NPRC regime been in the country, where the country began civil war, every other time now the SLPP or the APC don't in governance. We make today we decide for us the question, which one parent two party you go prefer for the in governance? And now the program we go forget member them from them two party where they can't tell we waiting there as member think, but governance under then different governments them that's not the APC and the SLPP.
Well, you self with the watch we go help in this conversation as so they can debate this morning between the All People's Congress, when at the APC party, and the Salon People's Party, when at the SLPP party, where they now in governance. Which one una go prefer for their governance, and which one can do some of the things them where they make the people glady as way they can vote for them. Whose system una prefer for their government? Send we your message to the number +232 74 200 545. You can as well text we na the comment section na any of the platform there where they watch we. Remember say we they broadcast live na YouTube and also na Facebook with we website, we na Orange Sierra Leone Power website. And don't forget, if you not subscribe it to we YouTube channel, kindly go on YouTube, search for Liberty Online TV. You press the subscription button and you put your post notification bell on so that anytime we Liberty Online TV come, you go get notification say we don't come on live. And also, if you not follow with Facebook page yet, kindly go on Facebook and press the follow button. And also, you can share the program so that more people go be part of the conversation this morning, so they can get a debate between two members them na the All People's Congress APC party and also the Salon People's Party, where they ask the question among them two parties, so which one can perform better way than they na government. We mean say after the elections, where the people that don't vote for them, then they take up the mantle of leadership, then they na governance. And then can suppose for do the things them waking they inside the manifesto promises them where the people then can vote for them for let them kind of power. Well, now the question that they would they ask today between APC and SLPP, would that can perform better way than they na governance. We get two members them from them political party also. We then introduce the first person when the Honorable Alhaji Alpha Kano, where they are this morning representing the Salon People's Party. And I know say most people go surprised, but the last day we hosted now, sometimes last week, he confirmed, say yes, he now a member of the Salon People's Party. Good morning, Honorable Alhaji Alpha Khan.
Good morning, Khadija. Good morning, Mabel. Good morning, everybody.
All right, we get a veteran journalist, we turned politician. You don't serve na different capacity them na government, only under the APC regime, and also it don't be member of parliament. And they are this morning they represent the All People's Congress, where na the Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kargbo. Good morning, Honorable.
Oh, ladies, good morning. Family, good morning.
A pleasure for get you here this morning.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right, so they ask the question today between una two political party them. Which one are the preferred party within the government? At some point, we'll go take comments from the viewers because now the members of public most time una can represent where they can vote for una. Onake don't take up the mantle of leadership. Presently, na the Salon People's Party, na dendena governance. Now, na the past immediate government, the APC, after we the SLPP defeat una into the 2018 elections. Una go back for the second time, 2023, then defeat una again. We mean say the people and be okay with them as of that time they for let them still continue governance. We'll start with you, Honorable Alpha Khan. You don't see both parties. You don't serve na both parties. You don't be member na both parties. The question now, where una party the SLPP can do in governance? What in the people can say?
Thank you very much. A great experience. For I don't serve na both parties. So I get the unique opportunity for able to compare and contrast. But as it is at the moment, when I called me last week, I confirmed to when I say, because APC been don't dread me, and I still feel say I get some political mileage in me, I joined the SLPP. Because I want to contribute to the development of Sierra Leone. So sadly now, I think say for me, it's preferable for me. And as you just don't confirm, between 2018 and 2023, the people also, Sierra Leone, also don't confirm, say, they prefer the SLPP, led by President Julius Maada Bio, at the moment, for let them continue, for lead the country, and provide the goods and services where the people of Sierra Leone need.
Intro. Between 1991 and 1996, we know say that the NPRC being they based on the war we been in the country, but apart from then they every other time now either the SLPP or the APC can in governance, and both parties where we look at this morning in terms of who that people and prefer, don't they both say when they in governance, don't they do them best as to waiting they can promise the people as a social contract come into power. Now you then at the angle from the Sierra Leone People's Party SLPP what happen for the in governance. Let we look at the SLPP before we can talk to Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kargbo from the APC perspective. The SLPP, you think say all the time them where SLPP don't day in power, the party where you na member now, una not able for do waiting on a been sign a social contract, especially waking in a manifesto promise them to the people of Sierra Leone?
You're counting from 1991 to 1996, and then 1996 to present. In 1992 to 1996, you don't confirm, say, that there being a military regime. But we also see a wonderful transformation. In that period, in 1996, one of the architects of the coup d'etat, we removed the APC from power in 1992. Dr. Julius Maada Bio, president now, take over power in 1996 in January. But he quickly transformed this country back into a democracy. So he reintroduced democracy into Sierra Leone after the 4 years of stasis. So already we don't see a transformation there. And we are also lucky at the moment that that same Democrat there, the person who reintroduced democracy, where he been able to hang on to power. During that time, he was strong, he was young, he got the support of the military and all that. I mean, because the support of the people too. We decided, say, I will hand over power. And he did hand over power. He waited for almost another 20 years for they come back in 2018 and win election. So for me, I believe, say, the leadership of a party also demonstrates the kind of trajectory, the kind of road where the party they go, the roadmap where the party they set for the people. If the leader is a Democrat, if the leader in a person oriented towards development, a leader way care for him people, a leader way they keep to him promises, a leader way committed to patriotism and all that. Able to do that, and because of that, those those qualities and characteristics where President Julius Maada Bio get with the leader party at the moment, I believe, say, the SLPP is preferable. He promised in 2018, say he would bring free education. He did that. He promised in 2023, say he would introduce a feed salon program, agriculture. He's doing that. And he does show a lot of things, a lot of commitment to women, a lot of commitment to young people, a lot of commitment to social standards in this country. He does show a lot of commitment also to the sanctity of property in human life. During that period, he don't actually remove the death penalty from our constitution. So you see, say, we get person, we really think, say, yes, I come for lead me people, I come for lead them fairly, and in a way, we then go happy for, say, we voted the right person in place.
Apart from President Bio in democratic credentials, we, according to you, just make mention of, say, now some of the things and the way you believe, say, the SLPP don't do for salon. We know, say, between the year 1991 to 1967, the SLPP been in a power. You come back 1996 to 2007, the SLPP back in a power. You don't make mention of tangible we get for do with education. You don't make mention of the feed salon agriculture where President Bio introduced inside this in second term and other things we say don't do. But let we go to where we talk about service delivery, where for many people, let we look at the regime of former late President Kargbo because he was ruling under the SLPP, and now President Bio where they currently in governance. Where you talk about service delivery, seen for it, for example, under the two leadership here of the SLPP, waiting at the tangibles where you go point at, say, now this the SLPP do, where salon people really appreciate in terms of how then they able to get access and able to afford for get waiting in the eat.
Thank you very much. Jesus Christ say, man must not live by bread alone. Peace and security very important. The 1996 period to 2002, where they talk about where President Tijan Kargbo been there, now a period of war in Sierra Leone. So both President Julius Maada Bio and President Tijan Kargbo, they make them priority for make sure say peace return at Sierra Leone. Because peace is not the foundation of everything of development. If peace not there, nothing will happen. We sit on today in this studio because we are able to stop the war. We stopped the war because President Bio took the initiative for sort out the rebel leader. Dr. Tijan Kargbo continue upon that platform till we lead to the Lome Peace Accords we make with Sidon today. So that, for me, is already a given, a service to the nation where people's lives and property matter. When this was the most vicious internecine war in the world during that period, then brave arm and say, look, let us find a solution to that. They did that. Then after that, President Tijan Kargbo in period, he used them for build institutions of governance, where the war don't break up completely. He gave for make sure say the judiciary works. He gave for make sure say parliament is reconvened. He gave for make sure say he bring in issues like the ACC, the Anti-Corruption Commission. He make sure say he bring in NACIT. He make sure say he bring NACSA for social action. He bring a lot of things that will matter to people. So during that period, now institution building, and that is the basis of governance. When those institutions are there, it's like a train. We don't put the train on a rail. We cannot, the driver just sit down for look the dials. So for me, I think the period of Dr. Tijan Kargbo was a successful period. 2007 to 2018 was the APC, but I'm sure Alhaji Ibrahim Ben Kargbo will talk about that. Right. Although, of course, I'm capable to talk about, but it is not what I'm here for. I'm here for the SLPP today. And I am telling you that from that time, 2018 to now, the country is moving steadily. One, We are gaining in international recognition. We are gaining in local movement. We see you talk about food and all that kind of thing. And today, as I tell you, the rice, which was our problem with the hala, say rice, 1 million. Today is about 650,000. And don't tell me you haven't heard about that or seen that. So you see, there is a steady progress. You see, Rome was not built in a day, not small, not block by block. And we are doing that in the speed where President Bio able for let the country go before.
To pass the SLPP for you in governance?
I just said the SLPP. I told you that Alhaji Ibrahim Ben Kargbo will talk about the merits of the APC. I am here to talk about the merits of the SLPP. I will be remiss. I sound like I'm going to play on both sides of the
SLPP better pass the APC
We
for
are
you.
not here to make comparisons at the moment. We are going to state, first of all, what each party has done. And then we will leave it to the people who listen to us. And then they will tell me, I can say that. It will be unfair for me to ask me whether the APC better or the SLPP better. I am here with the SLPP because I believe, for me, they are better. They are better. Thank you.
Now we bring in the Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kargbo, representing the APC. Honorable Alhaji Alpha Khan don't set the pace. He don't give a reason we make you believe, say, in party the SLPP better in governance. Una don't they in governance. Now na the immediate past government. You think say the people prefer una?
Well, thank you very much. I congratulate you for going back to the SLPP.
Thank you.
I'm sure at one time in your life you must have been there. Congratulations. We position at the APC has always been very, very clear. The basis of the founding of the APC was anchored on the fact that we want to create a party, we want a people's party. Not the ordinary people, they're not the elites, the paramount chiefs, the professors, this and that, the ordinary people. This was why Alhaji Khalib, Sheikh Stevens and others created it, and we have held on to that position up to this time. So what we try to do now is for build on the fact say we must create a situation where we make the people of this country happy. During everybody talk about democracy now, who brought democracy? Who could be a better person in bringing about democracy than the man who himself who wrote the Constitution, which we are still using today? When President Momodu decided to make Peter Tucker set up the Constitutional Review Committee, it was a clear indication that this country must go back to democracy. And I remember, I think our fourth one day alive will debate the 1991 Constitutional Parliament. The other very eloquent person was still alive when we debate that constitution in Abbas Bundu. It was very clear for say, for try our very best for make we come with a constitution where everybody will accept. But Kabak come, he want change, I know able. Mother Bio is here now, President Bio, they said they try for change, I don't know able it. At least, in other words, the very foundation of the constitution still continues to exist. You know, over the years, we don't decide, say, in governance, when Ernest Koroma came to power in 2007, we believe, say, the entry point of any government, Nayango sets the pace for you. When we come in, we not come with venom or anger against anybody. In fact, Alpha was the first minister appointed by Ernest Koroma. Ernest Koroma had not, you don't find itself. Now he say, Alpha, come over here and start to work. He was the first minister. So we all come later on. But what we all decide for do is that the entry point should be peaceful in this country. And I'll emphasize this because we will continue this kind of trend. I was appointed Minister of Information. I missed Moskakai. I had to wait for nearly 2 months before I took over office. Because Ernest Koroma said, "No, stampede them out of office. Make we respect them. They were the past ministers. And we respected them." All of us waited for the Monday where we succeed for hand over to we very peacefully. No anger, nothing. We'll not chase them for motorcar, we'll not chase them for this. After the whole day, in my own case, said must say, I'm through. Your vehicle is available. If it was a very old vehicle. But that is the kind of thing we want. Then we continue now for look at how to run this country. We had made up our minds. The people are suffering terribly. Electricity not in this country. People when you talk about Kaba Tiger, lights not there, etc., etc. So we don't commit ourselves for say, we for bring electricity to this country. Me and Alpha don't discuss this over and over. He knows how we came out very, very quickly to restore electricity in Freetown for a start. And everybody applauded us. In governance, when you give your word to anybody, the people are expecting the results. And in this case, they saw the results.
Honorable, before we go further into the Kuruma administration, Gewi legacies back then, the era of Sheka Stevens, when have been under the APC as well, between 1968 and 1996. What are some of the legacies where the APC immigrants then before we can delve into the just announced by Kuruma administration?
Thank you very much, Sheka Stevens. As far as we're concerned, if you see any government building I have today, Sheka Stevens build them. Police headquarters, UE building, Miata conference, the stadium, everything we get for do with a governance, this I wouldn't say. Sheka Stevens the idea. So we not go even debate that. But the fact of the matter is that Sheka Stevens also gets an idea. Don't forget that being trade unionist. So, like any other president, to say, come on, forget the. If you see them talk about Sierra Leone Labour Congress today, Sheka Stevens put the whole concept together. For say the workers, they not for just scatter all over the place. They forget a structured system. Now it make the Sierra Leone Labour Congress be formed. Sheka Stevens form, but not only form, it create part of the constitution we put. That same day, 1978 Constitution, it says a member of the Labour Congress for represent them in Parliament, nominated, and also a member of the Sierra Leone Teachers Union for represent them in Parliament. That was also in the Constitution. Why it do so? It do so because it gets interest. We get for do with the workers of this country, the teachers of this country, and other people. So to us, it's important. We talk about the legacy of Sheka Stevens, say plenty. Sheka Stevens, if we get Chinese relationship today, Naya, it was Sheka Stevens we see Dom Naya say, it wrong for make Taiwan they represent the Chinese people na the Security Council and the United Nations, when mainland China day, when I don't get more people. It was a contentious matter. We've been afraid, we facing a risk Sheka Stevens they take. S.A.J. Pratt then was the foreign minister. Then Ibrahim Kamara was a permanent rep in New York. Sheka Stevens called them and said, gentlemen, let us put a motion at the UN that is unfair. For make a country of 80 million people go represent 1 billion people when the governments of mainland China is alive. That was a debate in the Security Council, in the UN, that was broadcast worldwide. That was the idea of Sheka Stevens. After that, we maintained a very excellent relationship with the Chinese people. If you ask any Chinese within a government official, he will tell you if within a Security Council today, now the APC, now Sheka Stevens make within a Security Council. It was a risk. If we had lost the vote, it would have been a disaster for us. Because the whole Western Bloc voted against us. Well, the Eastern Bloc voted for us, right? Sheka Stevens campaign, the whole of Africa voted for us. We got the vote. And today, the Chinese see Sierra Leone as their brothers. Then one thing they will always talk about. Then look again at the creation of Bangladesh. India was torn apart. East Pakistan, the fed West Pakistan. India did me too. Sheka Stevens was one of the thinkers by the non-aligned group. He told them, he said, gentlemen, he told Indira Gandhi, he said, madam, we cannot continue like this. The lady said, I said, Sheka, you have the ideas, tell us what to do. Sheka Stevens said, we are going to separate these two places. They went to Belgrade, they argued, they had the argument. We come to the point whereby East Pakistan became Bangladesh, West Pakistan, continued to be Pakistan. This was how Sheikh Hasina was useful in society. And I remember what Indira Gandhi say, when Sheikh Hasina say, Indira, do you think I'm the only person who should make the case for you? He said, you have the gift of the gab. Shaka, go and do it for me. And he did it. So these are the kind of things we are talking about. Apart from the infrastructure we talk about in this country, apart from the fact they intervene internationally at the UN level, apart from the fact they help for creating Bangladesh for making ease the problems in Asia, Sheikh Hasina was a great man. Was a man who made sure that everybody understood what he wanted. And again, what did he do? He decided that this country must be united. And talking about this unity, it has been misunderstood on many occasions. But what they try to say is that he wanted we all to. Sheikh Hasina will appoint anybody from a group from just one tribe. He created the vice presidency, he divided it. The vice president 1, vice president 2. Vice president 1, vice president 2. Why? When the party been just start, now the Limbas and the team is a bit the dominant people. So when he appointed the vice president, he made sure that the Limba was always the second vice president. And the Timniman was always the first vice president. In the case of Esai Kuroma and C.A. Kamara Taylor. But you see, no, the country must be united further. Later on, they say, no, it's not going to be just Northerners. Let us also take a Mende man as the second vice president. That's why Mina came in. And a Timniman as the first vice president. For uniting the country. He did it deliberately. We went through that kind of arrangement until we changed the system and went back to a multi-party system.
Honorable Ben Kargbo, you emphasize so much your presentation on unity. You did try for saying that the APC strength day when it comes to governance?
Well, I said it before when we came in. We emphasize this again. Your entry point in any governance structure where they elect you, now unity for count. If you don't count unity, it's a problem for you because you go get problems. We don't stampede anybody. We feel say this country, if you don't unite, we support APC when we're in a parliament. When they created the whole commission, the new commission for peace and cohesion, we support it 100% because that's our thinking. This country must be united. We want to make sure, say, person, I like you, team, man, Mende, man, so man, this and that. We've all for be united. So that was a very sensible commission on the part of President Madabio's government. And we supported, and we still continue to support it. Yes, your question is correct. What we base with programs on is national cohesion and development. If development in this country, if peace in the country no go develop.
So how about the SLPP when they are in governance?
I do not want to say much about it. But I can say about Pakaba, deliberately. Pakaba was inclusive in his government. I must say so. Because what happened? Because me not being APC, Pakaba actually recruited me to interview his own ministers on television. He said, have you been a journalist first and foremost? I want to know how many ministers they perform. So I had a program on SLBS every Thursday, and the take one minister will go interview. I ask her all the difficult questions. And he used to enjoy it. When he wanted to recruit an IG and for the police, he did not know what to do. He said, I said, no to do that. Which way I don't go to Tiranga? Kitbidu then was the Inspector General. I went to Kitbidu. I said, why are your senior people now? Let us recruit them. Let us talk to them publicly. Let us assess them. He said, well, I will give you a Kamara. But I said, well, your deputy is available here. You cannot leave him and call. He said, no, is my man. So I took a chat to the television. I interviewed him, gave him very difficult questions. Pakawa was watching. He was inclusive. After that, he said, that man is brilliant. He said, tell him to see me tomorrow. Can he come to me to Lunge tomorrow? I'm traveling abroad. I want to talk to him at Lunge Airport. That's how Achai became the IG. Now, so Pakaba did behave. Pakaba had problems with one of his ministers. I won't call his name. He said, the man like him. I said, oh, please, sir, I don't talk to the man. This and I said, well, these are your boys. Why don't you go and talk to them? I spoke to him. I said, but the man say, that project with the Guna, when I don't waste the money, do nothing. I said, Pakaba say, I make it vex by you. He said, no, because I be not also this and that. I go tell Pakaba, I say, your man says, no, he said, well, you find out a way of helping him. I said, well, they go on television. I can't go to television. Pakaba was watching. I asked him very difficult questions about that project. He came out so brilliantly. And Pakaba said, oh, I don't even know. That's how he forgave him.
You may talk about national unity and inclusion, but what you go say to somebody all the perception, say, where you party the APC in governance, now more of people from the north, they gain prominent position, even within una party in terms of selecting whether they be leaders of the party. I remember at some points they even sing for una call on a Kamakwe Road, Kamakwe boys.
That was politics. Mr. Alpha Kanwe said, as we know, our first cabinet was mostly from the south. We took almost all the most senior people of Charles Bagai. They are part of our government. Look at this fellow, who is Minister of Works today, was part of our government. All of them. Soko Kabia, all of these. But then we went to Paris. He was with us in Paris. And we came back and I said, I'm not satisfied. The top of the government is weak. We need somebody who is big, who is strong. That's how he brought in J.B. Dauda. Don't forget that J.B. Dauda was already vice president under Momo's government. So he was a very highly respected person. He brought him in. People don't understand why Ibrahim came. He said, no, let the government get some semblance of respectability. Make it not just be a one thing. And let me tell you one thing. Again, when he appointed ministers, I was the Minister of Information. He told me, say, don't forget the South and the East. Now they will get to problems. Now they don't appreciate we. Now we try to convince them. I established an outreach program in this country. And I visited Bo, Kenema, Makeni, Pujong, all those other places all over the country. Every week I went to one of those places. Every week I went to Kailao. Every week I went to Bonks, to Pujong, etc., to send the message of the government at the time. So also why? I said, no, this is not enough. Many chiefs and no say, the president had them Pekin. I organized all the chiefs of the South and the East. They will bear me witness if they are listening to me now. I brought them to State House. I said, on our president, please. They received him. This is how we promoted the whole concept of reconciling this country. Made people be one, make we be the same people. So it's not true for say that just Easterners, Northerners didn't have the government. Let me tell you, my ministry was take over as Minister of Information. I went there and discovered that the permanent secretary was Mende, the deputy secretary was Mende, the accountant was Mende, everyone was Mende. I kept them there, and they achieved results. If we landed in submarine cable, it was through their support.
We don't talk about how inclusive the late former president Kargbo was. And you continue to emphasize on inclusion and unity under this current SLPP regime, the bill-led administration. Anything don't change in terms of unity and inclusion? They inherit that from the former president Kargbo?
No, the styles are slightly different. Kargbo's style with this one style is different. Don't forget, say, most of the people who have been in the Kargbo government are homegrown politicians. With Nayad and they, not to London and go bring them come. Like we were growing, our styles are different. But the one that come up from America, come from London, like Professor Francis, my great friend, and others, they came with different ideas. And because they came with different ideas, not to the same, I don't want to elaborate on that. Well, they did not come with the same ideas as Kargbo or even Ernest Koroma, because the whole belt of reconciling this country was very, very paramount to most of us. But the important thing are people like David Francis did not preach reconciliation. He brought about divisions in this country. And we want to emphasize that, but I don't want to further...
Honorable, we will come back to you. Let me just bring Honorable Alpha Khan in. It don't explain clearly, Honorable Ibrahim Kargbo don't lay the premise as to Usai in belief say the APC strength there, where you talk about governance na salon, where it base on unity and national cohesion. For the SLPP, Usai you believe say una strength there, where it come to governance na salon?
Peace, security, national unity and cohesion. So it's right, I'm coming. Let I just handle an issue that you talked about. See, the entry point is very important. when they announced President Ernest Bai Koroma on the 17th of September as president, me and him and Padauda within our party office with the dance. Enjoy the success, the victory. Now my phone ring. Was Ernest Koroma. He said, Alpha, oh man, what's that you there? I said, dinner party office would enjoy the. I said, come on here, look, I walk. I said, what's that? He said, the state. I said, you start already? He said, yes. So I go there, I go meet him. That is where all this tranquility come in, because I do this don't plan with Toxi as advisor at the time. I mean, at the first we call, we make sure see. We don't hound the government come out in positions. I was there. We arranged, and they sent me a radio for go make announcements. Say, all man sit down in my office until they are ready to be replaced. So just work as normal. So it also means that when a leader gets good advisors, it makes a big difference. And that was the thing. The issue about infrastructure and all that, it didn't stop there. The earlier part where they talk about, where Pashaka Stevie built the stadium and all that, yes, of course he did. But before that, there was also a government between 1962 and 1967. Where their focus at the time was education. And at that time, Sir Albert Magai, before he was Sir Albert, he was then Mr. Albert Magai, was Minister of Education. Built a lot of schools, including my own school that I attended, when I see a collegiate, the collegiate school, right on Wilkinson Road. So the focus of that government at that time was to try to introduce good accommodation for schools and all that. So everybody getting your approach. Agreed, the APC now make the relationship with China through the suggestion that China should be in the Security Council rather than Taiwan. Good. Then it's also the APC of Shaka Stevens, we advocate for the separation of East Pakistan from West Pakistan and create Bangladesh and all that. That's good. That's the outside. But at that time, who were in government? The 1968 government was the government of national unity. He knows that. APC and SLPP been there inside. Immediately after the coup d'etats and all that. 1960, 1961. Then by the time we went to 1971, we became a republic. It was then APC. And then after that, it was a one-party state. The whole Sierra Leone was involved in that. Salih Yusuf Sharif, they're all in our government. Paeses Banyard and Dede. Dr. Sheikh Kanu, them, all these people were in there. It's not a national government under the APC leading in a one-party state. So for all those accolades where they say we succeeded with China, we succeeded with Bangladesh on the international stage, now because we were working as a country, we worked together. Now I make agree with him. And I've always discussed this with him. Say the sine qua non condition for peace, tranquility, and development in Sierra Leone and for all come together. Let's have a government of national unity. And that is what he's advocating now. And that's what I stand for. Even last week when I was here, when you ask me, I say, Sierra Leone, in need for lay, we siren go bo, let siren go makeni at the same time. So nobody no get for hala hala. That's what he's talking about. Separating the positions of Vice President Vice President 1 and Vice President 2. So that is what I am saying, that it is the right thing for us to do. But for success, we come back now to a time when Fode Sanko decided that he is going to fight against us, the APC at the time. They were going to use one party, because at that time it was for Sierra Leone. It was a one-party state in Sierra Leone. Gunnar Bush created a lot of trouble for us for almost 11 years. it took a young man for brave arm. Even at that time, people like us been the think say, Police Ancona exist. It was a ghost. Except for people who are slightly older than us, we don't know him. I know we know him. I didn't know about him before. But when we heard about him, we think because he was invisible, you don't know what side it, all man believes in a being ghost. Omada Bill said, this one I go fenam. And he go fenam. He bring Cam Nado. He talk with him. He said, let's stop for faith. So if we have put the war behind us, now what do we do? For let we people they get bread and butter and tap and then table. What do we do for let picking and go school without any fear? What do we do? So let's get this agenda. Sorry?
The points who they try to establish, Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kargbo don't base in your presentation this morning, say the APC legacy, then strength, now when they take over governance for promote national unity and cohesion, bringing everybody together. Even the composition of people and in government, it comes from all the regions, not to just mandate them. They not they divide the country. So the question though they ask you now, you party the SLPP, waiting on a strength in governance.
Naim, national unity, cohesion.
But Honorable Ben Kargbo disagree, especially with this regime of President Bio. Yes, he did.
Well, let me answer your question before you speak for him.
I'm not speaking for him.
Here. Well,
I'm not. In last submission,
allow me to answer the question. Let me answer.
With
let me show you.
Let me show you how they handle things.
Let me show you how we are also involved in trying to bring the country together.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. First of all, the government is talking about of President Ernest Bai Koroma, his very first government, was a coalition government. We had to go into an agreement with the PMDC for us to win the elections. And as such, there were agreements, obligations to bring them into government. It was not frivolation. It was necessity for let we go inside, let we win. And when we win, it gave us sit down with Mr. Charles Magai for let it give him a list of people where he will absorb into this. But now let me tell you, presently, when President Bio came to power 2018, Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kargbo just don't praise him for setting up the ICPNC, the Independent Commission for Peace and National Cohesion. What did he do? In November of 2018, he called for a national debate, a national discussion, a national conference. Now, Bintuman, he said, Lord can talk about how we can all come together and work for Sierra Leone. The APC refused to go. I was the only one who went. One of the reasons, anyway, I know did it again. Because my approach at the time was that...
I was invited.
Sorry?
I cannot remember that I was invited.
Well, the party was invited. I was not invited specifically. The party was invited. We go in our party office for go discuss. They said they're not to go. And I said, well, me to go. On the way, I said, I'll kill you, go do this. I said, okay, do that. But I'm going tomorrow. And I go. When I go, I find out, say, the whole thing was for try and bring you all together. In fact, in my own submission that day, where I go talk, I say, I wish members of the APC been for they are today. I said, these people put all the haggling and hassle away. So already, President Bio don't show say, you want to work together. But then look at his cabinet. He's just mentioned cabinet. Not so? You're talking about regionalism. Our vice president is from the Northwest, but local. The speaker at the time, his great friend, Dr. Abbas Bundu, is from the Northwest, Karene district. And of course, the Minister of Education at the time, Health, Alpha Wuri, Professor Alpha Wuri, is from the North. Mr. Alpha Timbo is from Karene. Mr. Bonduri, Special Assistant Advisor to the President. Now he's Minister for the Northwest region. Myself here, he called me. And I am a key member of the APC at the time. They did not convince me to join before he could call me. Now, only on the 28th of April 2023, now I declare, after having been in his governance for almost 3 years as APC member. And he was always reaching out to people. People turned him down.
You get evidence of the people the way President Bio reach out to for serve na administration when APC people the way turn and down?
You know, we are not talking about APC people. We're talking about regionalism. People from the regions you just talked about. And that's what we are looking at.
So you get evidence of them people and they? You want for name names? You want for mention?
I just gave you
for
examples.
The purpose of clarity?
I just gave you examples. Isn't Dr. Jules Jalo serving? Isn't he from the Northwest?
But he's SLPP.
Fine, but he's from the region.
Waiting Honorable Ben Kargbo they try for say.
Honorable Ben Kargbo been say. No, you don't mistake. Waiting Honorable Ben Kargbo been say.
Honorable Alpha, can I please land?
No, please don't land because you want to mislead us.
I'm not.
wait.
I can't sit on TV. A lot of people watching us this morning and misleading people.
No, I am not. Hold on. What did Honorable IB, if you just give me 1 minute. Honorable IB Kargbo said, you bring Mendy man them like me now. Not say bring SLPP man like me now. Because at that time, the whole country was APC. So it's the region he's looking at. Now that's what they try for say. So it doesn't matter. The choice of belonging to an APC or SLPP is a personal choice. But the choice of coming from the Northwest is not my choice. I was born there.
So between the two parties, them, also you prefer for Dana governance?
You
don't serve na both.
No.
You don't serve na both.
Yes.
You don't hold significant position there. You don't even hold senior executive position under the APC. You don't be spokesperson for them.
Yes.
Now you don't join the SLPP. You now the presidential spokesman. Between the two parties, them. As a Sierra Leonean, who you prefer for dinner governance?
Between the two parties and any other party in Sierra Leone today, I prefer the SLPP, led by President Bio as it is.
Just because of President Bio, you prefer the SLPP?
Look, the leadership of the party is very important. Because the leader and they show the direction of the party. The party is just a name and a collection of people. Now the leader, now in the lead, now in the show, let's go this way. So the way President Bio they go today, for me, it is the right way to go for Sierra Leone.
You believe in the ideology of the SLPP?
That's why I'm there. Otherwise, I'm not going to.
Let me go back to one of the things where Honorable IB Kargbo make mention of, when at the entrance, where the party they come into governance. You make mention, say, in 2018, when President Bio been come, it been called for that national unity dialogue, where, according to you, now you no more been dated that time, where come out from the APC. And also putting words into action. What you go say about so many people where the entrance of the SLPP in 2018 be lost their job due to, according to them people, and because them been member of the APC. We take for example some people will be the work now not come then, we been lost their job. This massive sacking be happen with the entrance of the SLPP. In terms of inclusion, where according to Honorable IB Kargbo, now the APC they use strength than the way they come, they not pull nobody. Allow people and for work until the transition really happen. What do you go say about them people who have been lost their job? We're up to now if you talk to them, they are still aggrieved.
That is not true that the APC no pull nobody. When you make
about the SLPP the entrance now in 2018, they want they will be lost their jobs. Because up to now you open phone line, people they will go call for you so they're still aggrieved because they're not being filled so they deserve for lost their job because of where they belong.
A job. To get a job, it's meritorious. To get a job, it also depends on the manager which you want to do. So you get for select the person where you feel say, get for work with them for they succeed. So if people lost their jobs, maybe they didn't make the grade. So that is what you do. You interview people, you talk to people, you assess people. So if a new president comes in and he believes that in NATCOM, I need a change for let I go achieve what I want. Because when they're in the opposition, then they criticize NATCOM. When they're in the opposition, then they criticize Ministry of Works. When in the opposition, then they criticize. So if they come back, they're not going to sit down at the same time, say, well, the people are there, they sit down. Just give you an example. The example is that when we came in 2007, to allow us to settle in, we not drop people. We let them sit down. But it's only for a month or two. We not reach 2 months safe. For let we settle and choose the right people and for go and we replace everybody.
You don't think
we replaced everybody.
That was too quick a decision for dismiss people? Because even the other day we been get Dr. Maranaya, we according to one thing we make him believe say the SLPP don't fail under President Biona because they not been get that transition period for land from waiting and waiting but don't they happen. You know, been things have been too quick a decision for just dismiss everybody as you they come in with young people then?
Well, unfortunately, not to everybody thinks the same. Some people go according to the book, according to the letter. The Constitution we have today is based on that of the United States. And part of it, the parliamentary side, is Westminster. But from the executive side in the United States, the very day a new president is sworn in fact, people know the way to let them sack them, then they pack and go. They pack and go. So that the other man comes in with his own team. Because that team, they oppose. We make the people then vote for him. So if you are coming, you keep the same, they'll say, this man is going to do the same thing. Like, would he been criticized? So no, everybody has their own approach. But like I told you, maybe you missed a point. The point is, when President Nkrumah called me on that morning, before everybody else, I mean, one go meet him. Let me suggest say, no, they have nobody.
So it was your idea?
It was my idea.
Not of President
It was I was an advisor. That's why he called me.
Not of President Nkrumah in decision.
It was his decision. It's my advice. I advised him.
So now you sole decision.
No, I advised him. The decision was his. He could have refused. Okay. He could have refused my advice. But I said, let them people here sit down until we have a transition, so that we can go in at least knowing where we want to. Allow them to write their handing over notes and all that kind of thing. And he accepted because not clever man. He did that. So it's his decision.
People say President Bio Missam will not be allow some people
well, I haven't heard anybody say that.
And get them conversation and they get you handing over notes and get a clear picture.
Maybe
let me bring in Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kargbo. Aside the national unity and inclusion, where you emphasize, say, now na strength than day, we don't hear citizens, people complain about the APC government who na day in governance, we make them change in 2018. Issues of corruption coincide. Corruption are one allegation than they will not be the battle with. We even during the campaigns, we are not able to convince citizens, say, una go able for continued leadership. Elections come, citizen vote on out.
Well, the transition will create the situation we make SLP come. There are beaucoup reasons. Not forget, so we don't do 2 terms. And not forget, see, sometimes people could also be, they can get tired, fed up with the same faces all the time. About this corruption, I don't want us to overemphasize it. But the corruption is rife in this country and we must find ways to correct it. But we convinced ourselves that we did what we could do for help this country, for unite this country. But of course, the politicians, them, on the SLP side, they find ways for discredit you as much as possible because they want power and they got it in the end. And it's only now that people and they regret because we not be divide this country, we bring everybody together. Even when President Marabio come to office, he called me talking about even this conference, this Bintu Mani conference. He said, I'm going to Mali for the inauguration of the new president there. Can you come with me? Yes, I said, yes. I called Ernest. I said, the new president said, I go to time. We said, why? I go to Tunisia, I can't pay. Why not? So I went. We went there. We were there, me, Francis with him. They were very happy that I was introduced as somebody from the opposition and this and that. It was good. Right? Then, when we created the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation, we sit down, I tell the president, I said, would I want me the chairman of the commission? And I said, he said, if I were you as the minister, and for bring the man where you replace, because I start this process. Because I said Moskakai became the chairman of the new SLPC, even though we are in power. Because Ernest Koroma at the time, we talk about this inclusiveness. No one forgets we all are the same. A lot of other activities like that. But again, we don't tell the public, say, those who made the mistake of voting against us, they don't learn the lesson.
Now the mistake the citizens
The mistake they make for
why you saying a mistake? Because then they will have been battle with lots of issues.
They got it all wrong.
Well, why they say they got it all wrong? Because there is no possible way if people they enjoy or they're happy with Una, then go vote Una out. Why you say that they get it all wrong?
Because politics are politics. And I just don't tell Una, say, the Sierra Leoneans, they like for see new face. 10 years, we don't need an office. And some people, they go holla about this and that and that. What we did, we don't hurt anybody at the time. Can you imagine? We ran a whole government for 10 solid years. No journalist was arrested. Nobody was locked up at Pademba Road.
Under austerity at some point, where for so many people, where for so many people, now one of the reasons that we then say the APC for go and they need a change.
No, we declared austerity. Don't forget that we had Ebola here. It hit at one time, then declare we as the fastest growing economy in the whole world. And don't forget, when Ebola hit, it wiped out all of those credits. So to us, not to the thief rent money, the Ebola created a whole lot of problems. It made the whole country scatter. It destroyed the economy. This was why we declared an austerity. And we at the APC, we got to believe we have difficulties, we say it out. We're not going to pretend that things were okay when the Ebola don't destroy the economy in the country. So that's how we declared austerity. May the public know say things are difficult with us. May the international community know say things are difficult. So that's how we declared the austerity. Not of us will operate on austerity. Even that would be just to make a normal, let the public understand. Otherwise, the government was running smoothly, functioning smoothly. But the fact of the matter is that, like Alpha they talk now, whether we like it or not, we set examples, right, for reconcile this country. And we're going to continue to move towards that goal. To us, it's important. I don't give you the example of how we try for bring people in together. Remember, the people in Kama, Alpha knows, they say they don't make Kuna Makeni. They want to kill Escobar. Oh, they want to go patrol. I said, no, you don't talk like that. They brought a list of people. One of the people that made respect in my life in politics was Ambassador Dawda Kamara, the late. They brought a list of people, said that they want to overthrow the government of Ernest Ben Kargbo. At that time, we had a death penalty. We are the advisors to the president. The president said, gentlemen, let's just look at this. We looked at it. When you take about 11 people, most of them from the south and the east, then you execute them. Now, peace will bring in this country? We say, no, sir. What we will do here is to send these people back to the military men and go discipline them. If we get 3 or 4 men, a team demand inside, they go say, okay, we take all men from one part of the country, you try them, you execute them. You know what the implications are? The president said, can you convince the Attorney General? I said, who can convince him? The Attorney General came. We spoke and everything. First of all, the man said, we come for can't say they want to make this school, was a drunkard. He stood before me. The man drunk. Where they go prosecute, say, in one my brother. You see, I say, you want to execute your brother? You see, I hate that man. But the fact of the matter is, we saved it. You know, then all for take into consideration.
Honorable Ben Kargbo, when it comes to basic amenities, things the way the citizen they really want, where they part of social contracts, where una the politician and can sign with the people them. For example, food where people dey eat, issues of good health, good roads, electricity, how una can handle that day when the APC dey in governance, way different from waiting the current SLPP administration they do?
You remember the free healthcare where Ernest Kuruma launched? That was to address an issue, like we said, which you don't talk so. We travel all over this country to look at the medical facilities. What will change, we will correct this, what will correct. Because that was it was very important. Also importantly, we look at the lifestyle of people. We don't allow the rest go reach up to 1 million. Whether the Leone don't deteriorate or not, 1 million is a lot of money. You take and forgo one bag rest, no problem. And it was exactly that, because SLPP, when I'm in there, if you don't remove that rest, they give them policeman, and then with the man. Now we come. I was joking with Ernest Kuruma before we go for the parade, the military parade. I said, this is an occasion for you to announce that we are restoring the 1 bag rice to the military again. Because to we are natives, we are Africans. When a month done, you total 1 bag rice, you the man, you go here, and what woman go respect you? But you go say, oh, love infuse inside and salary, this and that. It never made sense. The military was not happy. The police were not happy. So this was a part of the way we would try to reintroduce the whole thing. Maybe they get access to basic things like food. We brought like that. It has all been handled now well later on. But the fact of the matter, we make sure, say, each soldier man get 1 bag rest, each policeman get 1 bag rest. We extend it even to the military, to the prisons. So to answer to your question, medical care to us was very important. Making sure that the economy functions, make the inflation rate not get out of hand, make people able to buy things we reach within their reach. All of those things, we took that into consideration. And that make life to us became very, very interesting. And up to the time when we come on our power, nobody no go tell we say it's tough in this country. We tried our best. Some people are shouting all over the place, oh, angry Boko, at the time when rice was only 300,000 leones. In fact, less than that. Right? And now, you want to know the cost of the bag of rice. APC no go see there, angry Boko, it was 250,000, 300,000. But people could still afford it. Right? So these are the kind of things. So for us, when you hold government, you are committed to make sure that people live a decent life. You know, just can't begin lie it and say, oh, when I can, I shall go do this and that. I told my brother here, I said, when you're in opposition, don't set impossible standards for other people. That's the way you know you're able to do. Not drafts, you go do and you go promise people them. For example, this one, Cyril Forum, they tell me this. When they write a strong article against Shaka Stevens, Shaka Stevens called me, say, hey, I be, now you write against me, so now Cyril Forum says, I be, the power is right. He said, you try to introduce standards where if now you did it tomorrow, you're not going to maintain them. So this was what they did. What they did was to create impossible standards, which they could not maintain. Now they are there. They cannot maintain.
The same standards the APC they create now when they're in opposition. They tell the people, say, if we not come in power, we go do things differently.
What you so go do? We're not possible. What you say? Well, anything we say we could do. It's not possible.
The APC will change the economy as it is currently.
How we go change that? Not to change the economy, Charlie. When you get my rather come, where Sabura they come, not to that step to change the economy. Where they declare with the fastest growing economy in the world. When Ebola can destroy all things.
All right. Now, when I continue for the week's way, gentlemen, quickly, let me take the opinion of the ordinary citizens. Or they come to you. Lord, just listen, waiting the people and they say they will come back to you, Honorable.
Should you come to me first to make me equal before you go?
Let me just get vox pop from the citizen them. Let me just listen to the ordinary citizen them. Then,
really.
We were with you before we came to Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kargbo. So now it's time for we listen to the people themselves within the streets of Freetown especially. Then we'll come back to you before we come to them.
Up to you.
Let me just go ask Mohammed Kamara Bingo walk on the streets of Freetown and talk to people about this topic where we the debate today, when are the question where we the ask between the SLPP and the APC, which one Salon people then prefer for the in governance. Let me just watch and listen to it and say.
Viewers, today Liberty Online Television, we come at the streets of Freetown for talk to Sierra Leoneans then for sound and views and at the same time seek for the opinion with regards to the two leading political party movements at the country, APC and that of SLPP. Who's one among the two whether they wish for their in governance come 2028 general elections at the country? They also for some views of people as they will tell me waiting the makeup of this.
Yes, yeah, I mean APC, the past government, APC they did the last time. I be SLPP kind of part, they do more than that. That will make more APC and vote SLPP in. But now that's SLPP work. For me, SLPP was more than APC government. I think for me the APC. Why the APC? Because the expectation of the present ruling government not reach. I mean, they don't for reach the expectation to how are they expected for it, because like there are so many things that we don't promise me. We maybe they look at, we make exercise the right to vote for them. We don't feel totally entirely me as a citizen a new opinion.
Alright, viewers, that are the voices of Sierra Leoneans we'll talk to as really don't explain to me clearly among the two political parties whose one and they wish for the governance come 2028. And this is not the opinion, and not necessarily mean say that the opinion of Liberty on television. We are going to support that model.
All right, from that short clip the way we play from the citizen in Freetown, they can out to you, Honorable Alfakan.
Thank you. Well, let me take one or two issues. You asked them why you think, say, people voted against us, because I was with them then at the time. At the time, we don't get a message. Now I make the people not understand. They took the wrong decision. Now I make it say, sorry for the people who took the wrong decision. You not give them the right message. Then they say there was austerity. Now Ibrahim come up. Yes, there was an austerity. Because we lost even the IMF programs at the time. Because of, according to the IMF, we mismanaged the economy at the time. It talk about us being the fastest growing nation at the time. We talk about Kelfala Mara and Samura Kamara. Kelfala Mara and Samura Kamara, then are paymasters. They did not produce that money with them in the use. Now I was the Minister of Mines at that time, and when we were able to raise revenue from the mining and all that, NIMEC will be able to get to that point. So there are people who are able to make those things. And then you talk about rice being 300,000 in 2018. What did we inherit it at in 2007? It was 60,000. That is 5 times by the time they left power. We left power. Now, we inherit the rice at 300,000, right? At the moment, it's 650. Just over twice. Is that correct? That's correct. That's correct. It's 650. So it's just about twice since that time, including inflation and all that kind of things. So you can see, say, this government, they perform. And they do things for mitigate, for reduce the suffering of people by finding ways, by increasing the agricultural productivity, by bringing in private operators, private companies to come in, then they say put hand on the agriculture and all that kind of thing. And I make things, then they change. So if we are like that, we get for no say, this government, now 7 years, then don't do. Then don't do 10. This discussion is premature. This discussion, we should hold it in 2028. With this government, where they pan, he said, don't do 10 years. Then you can, I'm coming, yes.
Center the discussion around the bio-led or neither the past of Koroma.
No, but that is what is leading to. The people you talked to, they're comparing the bio government now, we're not done in term yet, to waiting President Ernest Koroma been do 10 to 11 years ago. Then continue. So you can see that the standards are not the same. You cannot compare apples and oranges. For now, now 7 years don't do. We have another 3 years where we go able for do. You know, it's not a dash.
Corruption and mismanagement under the APC will be asked Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kargbo for Jason. We according to Ram, and not believe say na been reason that the way make the people and be kick them out in 2018. What you go say about corruption and mismanagement under the APC?
Under the APC. You bring me now for council for SLPP. I don't tell you, say, today I will not talk for APC or about APC. I'll talk here.
But will they assess the government
I will tell you,
the SLPP and the APC?
During that time, almost every indicator, except in 2012, now the MCC with the failed corruption. Now only MCC on 2012 now we pass corruption over 50%. We able to get the MCC compact allocated to us and the threshold. That was all. But this government, from 2018 to now, every single year for the past 7 years, well, 6, I think the 7th not done yet because of September they always pass corruption, and it's always increasing in the rate. And so I believe that because those are measurements, we're not to remake them. Now somebody else will watch we from outside. Now people the way they help we with the taxpayers' monies and all that for let we go before. Now then talk say this government don't do well for the last 6 years over the control of corruption than what we've been do. We now only once in 2012
so is
for
it
11
safe
years.
to say the SLPP better with the control of corruption than the APC?
I just gave you the figures. The figures say the past 6 years, maybe this year also the 7th year, SLPP don't pass the control of corruption parameter in the MCC. During the 11 years, who did it? Now only 2012 we passed that corruption level. So you can make your mind up whether possibly pass one subject and possibly pass 6 subjects would have to go university. So that's not the thing.
What do you go say about the issue of freedom of speech, citizen for express themselves?
Not to really express myself so. I think freedom of speech at that time was free. Now also it's even freer because they don't remove the 1965 seditious libel law and all that kind of thing. At that time, yes, it was right. We'll not be locked. When we did it, the APC no lock no journalist. Here also, they no lock no journalist. But correct me if I'm mistaken.
Based on the legacies of the SLPP, you think, say, come 2028, whoever might emerge for succeed President Bio, you think, say, the SLPP go still in power after the elections?
You see, I tell you just now, I said the leadership very important. The party is good. If you get a good leader to ride on the successes of President Bio, that leader, they go succeed. That is what the point is. You must make sure
2028 elections
based on the record
how
of,
Sierra Leoneans them
based
go
on
vote.
the record of President Bio at the moment, as they go to 2028, it gets to that, and he continue for deliver on the schools, he continue for deliver on the hospitals. For now, in fact, the infant mortality rate has fallen by 60% since we came to power. Well, since they came to power, now I don't join them. 60%. So it shows that we improve on the indicators. So it don't show say. Also, even the production of food and all that in this country has increased. The price of the commodity that we saw, like, they fall. If people look at those things, then they take. Then we now, the messengers, go carry the message. If we have a good leader, we need a good leader. If we have President Bio in type, I don't say we'll go win again. President Bio in type.
And in type they currently, not the SLPP.
I don't see the one that we don't come with. Nobody knows place and say they come out. We get a convention on the 31st of July. After that convention, 1st August, we go see the executive, and after that, then we begin. I think say after that, then people will go begin haste their hand. Say I want. So tell me, say go haste me hand. You don't even know.
That's I just ask you if you're interested for lead the SLPP. You're interested for lead the SLPP anyway.
So tell me, say go haste me hand. But if player no day, there's a vacant wing. But I'm a footballer. I know go inside it.
You still an apprentice to President Bio?
Yeah, I'm a navigator now.
Let me bring in Honorable Ben Kargbo. You don't listen to Honorable Fakani's submission. He believes, say, with all the things them where the Bio-led administration don't lay, 2028, the SLPP go win the elections. And the last host Tanaya, he believes, say, SLPP go win 2028, but una the APC go join them in the leadership.
Well, I have to be careful with them percentages the way they quote. Because remember the last time we go to AYV, you quoted some 70% say now then get employment in Sierra Leone and the public went uproar. And when they do them percentage, they have to be very, very careful.
The percentage is not correct? The one the way
and I just like be cautious.
Because if you advise them for be careful,
well,
that, which means you
what
don't
public
notice.
reaction was.
But according to them, misunderstand waiting in the say.
Okay.
Misled by the journalist who wrote. But my speech was quite clear.
I'm not saying that.
Quite clear. 70% of the people in the rural areas are employed.
Oh, rural areas.
Yes, that's what I said. Okay. And not farmers.
So
they're doing a farm right now.
Back to the question, Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kargbo, you believe, say, with waiting the SLPP government don't do 2028 and go for retain power?
I don't write a long article for give reasons why the APC gave for comeback 2028. I have quite a good number of reasons why. And if you take into consideration, we take a track record, obey in power. And we look at what things don't happen now. And we try with very best not for be we could not marginalize the SLPP, but for say the truth. When you put all that into consideration, I think that the SLPP will win again at this country. You only need for make you go around the streets, ask people, make them tell you, say they're fed up. Things are difficult. The country is difficult. Hardship they are the country. People in the way will tell you, say, each time was from morning to evening time. I go to my office, you see people there all the thing up na do, then they go beg money. Myself, I don't get better money. Begging. I don't tell Antrade. I say the whole economy now can be reduced to just one word. Begging. So we cannot continue like that. And one friend asked me the question then 2 days here, can we continue like this? What do we do? I said, well, now the voters then get the final say. If you cannot continue like this, let the voters then vote. Let them tell we are the one for kind of power. But the fact of the matter is that when we run that kind of government here, the people themselves then get a limit where they get to accommodate. And if you pass that limit there, and you go through the process of elections, we go make the people then choose whether they want, it can explode to a problem. I don't want those kind of things to happen to us in this country. We'll be done to an election 2023, a whole lot of arguments there. But we, no one palaver in this country, we just feel, say, we take part of the tripartite. We say all the mistakes we don't occur, may they not occur again. Because you cannot push the public. And the tripartite itself was clearly an indication for, say, things went wrong, or that there would have been no tripartite. Well, now that you don't do, we have all the 80 points, let us go by them. Because if we don't go by them, the public will begin to feel so we insult the intelligence. And we don't want to insult the intelligence. To us, it's important. The tripartite is saying that let us do A, B, C, D, E. And what they suggest here is all the areas that we don't tend for neglect, make we not neglect them. Because this is a democracy. The people also have their own say. We don't get difficult with them even during the last election. We tell them, okay, we're not beer. Next time it won't happen again. But we cannot continue like that. So this is a matter that we should address. Also, importantly, the reason why the SLPP gave up be very, very cautious is that there are certain things where they happen where for the reputation of the state. We don't begin to ask the question over and over. I was listening this morning, somebody they talk in Accra, Abuja, for say, then they lambast the government, lambast and say we involved in cocaine business, we involved in drugs, etc., etc. We don't have the facts, we don't have the figures. But if that is the case, right, the government should do something to address that kind of a mentality, that kind of a thinking. Because for us, it's important that we correct that kind of a thinking. If the mean talk say we get cocaine here, and they begin for identify you as a cocaine-driven country, then of course that would be a terrible thing. We will fall out with our donors. We will fall out with the international community. That is important that we address this kind of issues. We don't see countries the way they identify as drug countries and how their reputation collapse. Guinea-Bissau now one. Countries in South America now other one. When this TB happen, we in the APC will always want to be part of the governance system. I wrote a letter to President Madabio that we in the APC, some of us are very concerned. Could he please make a statement to make sure that this kind of thinking is not actually the case in this country? Right? I've not received any response, yes. Right? But we just reading things there. So I can always caution people, the kind of caution about your use of percentages. But caution people, this talk about this cocaine, these drugs, this kush, etc., is not giving us a good name at all. And in fact, it is giving the SLPP a bad name, especially the kush. If we are talking, say, these people that are going to be the future leaders of this country, and we see them lying in the streets dead, we see them lying in the streets with so food all over the place, then of course, how can they become the future leaders of this country? As a government, you must do something to address this issue. Somebody told me yesterday, say, you go na ferry area. As they go na that ferry area, you see, beaucoup people picking a little that street. You know, some of them don't die, some don't die. It.
Na Freetown.
Yes, na Freetown.
They don't die.
Yeah, they die, yes.
When they left them.
Right. And people then grab that money within at the bus, that then grand on, they take them. This kind of a thinking is bad. But kush is a real thing. To the fact that even government is set up a small committee, we don't know the outcome of that committee now. But this kush business, these drugs, these things, and we should address it. If we don't address it, we'll give this country a very bad name. And this country, we don't work over the years for give this country a reputation, when a reputation of pride.
We on a particular in governance, the issues there, they arise. Issues.
I remember when I was information minister. I was in Makenio and Eskoroma called me from Banjul. He said, I already say one plane don't land in a Lunge airport, you get cocaine. He said, go to Freetown immediately. He said, I'm on my way back to Freetown. I think they always go. So me come, Freetown. We can get the facts. We tell the police. They impounded the plane. We arrested people. Right? We charged them to court. We burnt the cocaine. I was there. Hundreds of thousands of dollars of cocaine. We burnt it. To show the public that this is not part of our policy. To us, it's important. Yes, they attempted to bring cocaine during our tenure, but we took action to correct it immediately. To answer to your question.
Quickly, we'll wrap up now, Honorable Fakan.
Yeah, first of all, handling the prevalence of kush and other harmful drugs. The government don't take them very seriously and don't set up this emergency. We're still in a state of emergency for the control of drugs. And the committee is working. You are lucky you saw the plane. Most of the things that come here are concealed. Only last week or 2 weeks ago, the Sky News reporter, Bindina Wataki, went and go able for identify a container where come out now England with ingredients for Kame Kush inside this country. So this is a global issue. Even the one day where they allow them for making left and country like Canada, they are also responsible. So if they want to make all work together, we are ready here. We have our own emergency. We are able to do that. So if they can slip through the net from them one a highly sophisticated ports than they for Canada, it's a miracle for we Naya with the very limited ability we will get for we detect them. And we did detect it at that time. So we are doing everything that is possible for make we control this. So, for talk like I say, government don't do anything. Government is doing a lot. I don't say you want for make APC win and all that. So you go tell all these things for make. They can, please. But now let us look at Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone for now, the profile very high in the world. Yes.
Thanks to
We're doing very. That's it. So that's why the profile very high.
That gives you a whole lot of.
But for the past 43 years, would I again? Would I again for the past 43 years? Would not be known to get president over that time there. Good. Okay. Then you talk about Ebola affecting us during that time, but COVID affected us worse. 2020 to 2022. It affected me badly in this country. And the worst thing about COVID is that it was a pandemic. It was worldwide. We will not be epidemic. Not just here, Guinea and Liberia. So people other side they can't help with. But when COVID hit, everybody had a problem. So many people no can help with us. So we were even worse than at this time than we happened in Ebola time. Ebola, we had a lot of people working for us. So all of these things happen. They reverse the gains of countries. They make sure, they slow down the progress of countries. So I agree with you. What we need to do is for us to work together. First of all, what we have to do here in Sierra Leone, elections should be left at election time. You talk about the difficulties that arose in the 2023 elections because of the electoral laws and all that. But those difficulties also arose in 2018. They arose in 2012. They arose in 2007. That is why President Bio Grab himself will go in 2023 for go open parliament. Now himself talk say, we people them all they argue say this laws them they cause we problems. So let we get a commission. Make we look into how fine. So in self grab now go initiate them. So let's do this tripartite. Let's do this national reconciliation and all that. And then let we look at we laws so that it not go repeat again. The aim is for it not to repeat in 2028. That is why those 80 recommendations are there, and government don't set up a committee now where they implement them. So the will is there, the political will is there, everything is there. Let we all just work together with one mind. So say they can't try for correct things where they not go be again for Sierra Leone.
Fakan, earlier you been say you believe say based on waiting the SLPP don't do come 2028, when I go retain power if I get a leader like President Bio. How long do you foresee the APC and the opposition if this happen 2028?
No, if it happen 2028, now 5 years. Then go wait till 2032 or 2033 for the next one. That's no more. So if they have a good leader around the 2033, that 10 day, then maybe. But if we also have another good leader, and the next person we will take over in 2020 to 2033, do just as well as President Bio they do, he go take for let them come out.
Honorable
and they have to have a right message.
The other day we've been getting about Fakana, say no miss leaving the APC. Do you say no miss leaving the APC? Do you guys in the APC miss having Honorable Alfakano as a vuvuzela?
We are open-minded people who congratulate him for going to the SLPP if that's where he wants to go.
But miss him?
We are open-minded. We've never missed anybody. We get Boku people there of his type. We don't miss people.
When I see this coming, say go left for now.
No, let me tell you, Alpha, from Madabio come. Madabio is a likable person. And Madabio is my younger friend. He knows that. When I almost died in this country, it was Madabio who paid my medical bills. He sent an emissary, Mrs. Kona Kuroma, to my house. He said, go look, Mr. Kargbo. He said, I'm a little friend, a brother. He paid my bills to go to England for medical. That night I was almost declared dead, but they reactivated me. So I will always say thanks to Madabio. He provided the resources. The following morning, the High Commissioner came to the hospital to see me. That he had instructions from Madabio to make sure that I was okay. So
a good leader from your perspective?
Not to that, I'm not concluded. So I have no reason not to appreciate the human side of his own person. And he did very well. And he's the kind of man where if you are friends, you continue to be friends. We had a common group, President Madabio, myself, Victor Fo, and the late Hashim. That group still exists, except the fact that Hashim is dead now. We are still friends. But the fact of the matter is that he is the only strong person and likable person in the SLPP.
What about me? I'm not like...
Madabio lives today, the SLP collapses.
Well, that's why we're looking for somebody like him.
You know that.
We look
so
for
as far as they're
like
concerned,
when like him cometh another.
I don't take my introductory remarks. I talk also. I'm the first person where I just recruit. Right? Me, perhaps I'll be the third person. I was recruited only because at the time when I was leaving for Zimbabwe to deliver a lecture at the university there, now the night they called me, say, IB, you are the information minister. I said, okay, sir, when I come back, I will accept it, sir. So this was how we related. And I find it very strange, not strange, but interesting that they always partner us at debates of this nature. We spar together. It was like I said, Moskaikai, during the days of Kaba. We always spar together at radio discussion to discuss this kind of programs. But the fact of the matter is that we are the same people in this country, and we, the politicians, will not divide this country. And I come back to St. Moskaikai. I wept when his wife called me after he had died, that in his will, he left 2 million leones for me. He mentioned me in his will. That's kind of friendship. Kaikai is from Kailao. I'm from Akeni. We grew up together. We became friends. Right? I set up an institution here and I made him chairman because he was a capable man. When he died, he left behind him in his will.
Thank you very much, Jim.
This is what Sierra Leone should be.
Thank you, Ona, join me this morning for this.
We
don't go way beyond time, Honorable Fakan.
Big man, we don't kind of represent people. Now give me last word, don't talk to people then.
We go continue for all these kind of debates. We don't go way beyond time. We're supposed for done 8:30. Now it's 9:30.
Both Honorable Ibrahim Ben Kargbo and myself believe say this country after elections will come together and push the country together. Where we go before.
Whoever they in governance.
Whoever they in governance. But this time, 2028, now we the lead. Then go they be away.
All right. Many thanks, Ona, joining you this morning for Kangi on a different opinion and perspective about which party Ona prefer. Say whether they in governance, then go work for the people. Well, now they end the conversation for today. As always, Liberty Online TV will be on interesting topics about governance, democracy, and also peace and security. Continue for watch with throughout the day as we get interesting conversation them. Or they bring Cantona. Many thanks to we technical team, Musa Saokoma and Samuel Thomas. We support the production team for this edition. Meet you. Mina Khadija Bangura to say, have a nice day.
All right, until we meet again, Mabel Kabade, so get a good day and goodbye.
Develop city, then clean. All clean city, develop.
This is Yvonne Akisoya, Mayor of Freetown. And today, I want to talk to Freetonians about sanitation. We objective, transform Freetown, transforming lives. We not go able to achieve them if we all not join hands. Freetown City Council get role, but every Freetonian also get responsibility. Let we start first with the fact say FCC with the sweep 110 major streets every single morning from Monday to Saturday. But when we don't sweep the streets, if Freetonians then come and they continue for heap dirty in the street, in order to make the place look fine. Now make we get them litter bins them. The yellow bins we wanna go see around. So when you waka, you drink from your water bottle, your water plastic, you eat your packets on tin. Not even a ground where you done. Make sure say you put on one of them bins then they. That litter bin they. In order for you host dirty. You know mean say you for pack you host dirty, you can pin her next to the bins them. Not to the idea that. Not give you host dirty. To them one way the Allah say clean salon. No say that dirty way they collect now you host. You know get for Karango now the one of the two official sites. You know they Karango Kisi Bome, you know they Karango King Tom Bome. It turns so it left on the ground. And now we council get a problem, but you self get a problem because now front somebody else in Domot, your own dirty don't end up. So wait you for do with you host dirty. We get the one then a council when we don't certify, say they're not approved waste providers. Then they on tricycles, some of them they not vehicle. You will get host, you will get business, you in a hospital, institution, everybody for make sure say the waste collected by an approved FCC waste collector. We get the tricycle groups, we get the companies, so you go see them around. We engage with them on a regular basis. And wait till we go do now as we come into this new year. Now for make sure say FCC stand behind them for you for no outside and day and for let them go to you so that we no go get that gap. When you eat dirty in a gutter, it end up na Lumley Beach, Toke Beach. All the tourism ambition where we get for the city, we lost that potential there. FCC, they spend boku money on dirty business. The fuel, the labor, the vehicle maintenance, the spare parts, the night operations, the illegal dump site clearing where we get for the do every now and then. All that boku money, I'm not going to say we're not going to spend anything, but we're going to reduce some. If Fritonians then do the right thing. Because we're not going to get for go clear illegal dump sites. We're not going to get for sweep as many streets and spend as long. So if we reduce that money we spend now on dirty business, we go able put some on development. We all want for improving municipal schools. We want improving markets them. We want for let we see new developments at the city. That money where we use for dirty business, you and while we all make up we mind. Pay.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.